ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अखण्डं सच्चिदानन्दम्
अखण्डं सच्चिदानन्दम्
अवाङ्मनसगोचरम्
अवाङ्मनसगोचरम्
आत्मानम् अखिलाधारम्
आत्मानम् अखिलाधारम्
आश्रये भीष्टसिद्धये
आश्रये भीष्टसिद्धये
अर्थतोऽप्यद्वयानन्दान्
अर्थतोऽप्यद्वयानन्दान्
अतीतद्वैतभानतः
अतीतद्वैतभानतः
गुरूनाराध्य वेदान्तसारं वक्ष्ये यथामति।
गुरुनाराध्य वेदान्तसारं वक्ष्ये यथामति।
The last class we have seen Sukshma Shariram. Koshatrayam militva Sukshma Shariram iti uchyate. 3 koshas put together. Vijnanamaya koshaha, manomayaha, pranamayaha iti. Vijnanamayaha, shaktiman, jnana shaktiman. Therefore, kartra rupaha vijnanamayaha, icha shaktiman, manomayaha, karna rupaha, kriya shaktiman, pranamayaha, which is karya rupaha. These three put together, which is what makes, it constitutes the Sukshma Shariram. So previously, Karana Shariram was discussed. When we discuss Karana Shariram, that time we have discussed Anandamaya Kosha. Because Anandamaya Kosha, Karana Shariram means Anandamaya Kosha. In the last class I told it, I remember. After this, we are going to see Anandamaya Kosha. Anandamaya Kosha already seen, it is discussed. In fact, we started with Karana Shariram, then Sukshma Shariram, then there is going to be Stula Shariram. Stula Shariram, Annamaya Kosha, in fact, that is what we are going to discuss, not Anandamaya. Anandamaya already done. Generally, the sequence of discussion, what you find in Tattva Bodha and all, we start with this Annamaya Kosha, then we graduate slowly to Annamaya Kosha, then Manomayaha, Pranamayaha, Vijnanamayaha, then Anandamayaha. That is how the discussion was in Tattva Bodha. Even in the Upanishad also. Even in the Upanishad also, Taittiriya Upanishad and all. First is Annamaya Kosha, Anna Shariram. Then Prana, then Manaha, Vijnanamayaha, finally Anandamayaha. That is how it was. That is how it is, the discussion is. Annadvai Praja Prajagante. In the Pancha Kosha Vivaranam of the Brahmananda Valli, second chapter of Taittiriya Upanishad. That is how it starts. Then in the next Valli, Bhrigu Valli also. Annam Brahmeti Vijanat. Annam is Annamaya Kosha, Stula Shariram. Then Prano Brahmeti Vijanat. After that, Bhato Brahmeti Vijanat. Vijnanam Brahmeti Vijanat. Finally, Anando Brahmeti Vijanat. Annam is a Brahma. Annam is this Annamaya Kosha. Then the student was taught this Annamaya Kosha is Brahma. Annam Brahmeti Vijanat. That is, this the student approaches. Here the student happens to be the son. Pita is Varuna. And Bhrigu, that is Varuni. Varunasya Patyam Puman Varuni. Bhrigu Vai Varuniki. Varunam Pita Ramapasasada. So Varuna, the father. Varuni, the son. Bhrigu. That's why it's called Bhrigu Valli. He approaches the father. Adhiki Bhagaho Brahmeti. He is asking, "Oh Lord, please teach me what Brahma is." What Brahma is. Adhiki Bhagaho Brahmeti. Kim Brahma. Then the teacher says, Annam Brahmeti Vijanat. The student receives the teaching, goes back, and he does the inquiry and comes back again. How can this Annamaya be Brahma? This Annamaya is subject to change. It is limited by time, space, Deshakala Vastu Parichinnaha, Parichinnam Annamaya Koshaha, Anna Shariram. Then the teacher says, his father says, Pranam Brahmeti Vijana. Prana, how can Prana be Brahma? Iti, every time the teacher says Annamaya is Brahma, Pranamaya, Brahma, Manomaya, Brahma, the student receives the teaching and goes back and does Vichara and comes back. How can this Brahma? Then finally, Anando Brahmeti Vijanat. Iti, the sequence of discussion, you see, starts with Annamaya, because Anna is what is immediately available for your perception, for your Indriyas. That is why the discussion starts from Annamaya Kosha, that is Stula Sharira. Then Sukshma, then Karna Sharira. But in Vedantasara, the discussion in fact started with Karanam, Karna Shariram, therefore Anandamaya Kosha. It's already discussed. After the discussion of Karana Shariram, otherwise called Annamaya Kosha, now Sukshma Shariram, that also discussed. And here the author, he just defined what a Sukshma Shariram is. Did not say whether it is Vyashti or Samashti. As we saw Karna Shariram, otherwise called Ajnanam, Eka Ajnanam, Aneka Ajnanam. Eka Ajnanam, that is Eka Ajnanam, Ajnanam, collectively, that is Samashti, and Ajnanam, individual. Ajnanam, it is Ajnanam in Karna Shariram. Karna Shariram, otherwise called Ajnanam, Ajnanam, Samashti, Vyashti, Abhiprayena, Ekam, Anekam, iti cha Vyavahriyate, we have seen. The Ajnanam is said to be Ekam or Anekam, depending on how you view it. And there we saw the Drishtanta, the example. Vriksha, Vrikshanam, Eka Vrikshaha, Aneka Vrikshaha. Vrikshanam Samashti is, that is Vanam. So Eka Vriksha, only one tree, and collection of tree, that is Vanam. That is one Drishtanta. Similarly, Jalam, water, and Jalanam Samashti, Aviprayana, Jalashaya. So Jalam, Jalashaya, Vrikshaha, Vanam. Vrikshaha and Jalam, that is the Drishtanta for Vyashti. Vanam and Jalashaya, the Drishtanta for Samashti. As we divide the Ajnanam into Ekam and Anekam, we look upon the Ajnanam as Ekam and Anekam. Anekam is Samashti, Ekam is Vyashti. That which is Anekam is Vishuddha Sattva Pradhana. Remember, we have seen that is Upadhi of Ishvara. That is Upadhi is called Maya. And we have seen the names of Upadhi also. The names of the Upadhi. That Upadhi, Samashti Karana Shariram, otherwise called Samashti Ajnanam. Samashti Ajnanam doesn't mean Ishvara is as Ajnanam. Samashti Ajnanam is Maya, is a Shakti. Vyashti Ajnanam only is Ajnanam. That alone contains Jiva in samsara. Samashti Ajnanam is Maya, and Maya is wielded by Mayavi, which is Ishvara. And that Samashti Ajnanam, otherwise called Maya, we have seen in it as, that is otherwise called Samashti Karana Shariram. It has got different names. Anandamaya Koshaha. Sushuptihi, Samashti Sushupti is what is called Yoga Nidra. And another name also we have seen, Lagastanam, Sukshma, Stula Sukshma Prapancha Lagastanam, iti, three names. That is what names of the Upadhi. Names of the Upadhi at the level of Karanam. And the Chaitanyam, Upagita Chaitanyam also has the corresponding names we have seen. Ishvara, Jagat Karanam, Ishvaraha, Antaryami, Avyaktam iti names we have seen. Sakala Jnana Avavasakatvat, it is Ishvaraha, Sarvajnaha iti we have seen. This is at the level of Samashti. Similarly, at the level of Vyashti also we have seen. At the level of Vyashti, the Upadhi, Vyashti Upadhi, that also has got the name, Vyashti Upadhi. What are the names? Anandamaya Koshaha, Ananda Prachuratvat, Anandamaya Koshaha, and Sushupti, individual sleep, which the person experiences everyday process. Ishvara sleep is, Sushupti is Yoga Nidra, that is Samashti, Yoga Nidra. That is called Yoga Nidra. Nidra of individual is daily experience. Ishvara's sleep is Nidra, that is Nidra is Yoga Nidra. That is not because of this Ajnan as that of the Jiva. That is Yoga Nidra, Avyakta Avastha, we call. An individual is Sushupti. And that is sleep also, that Karana Shariram, which is available in that Avastha, Sushupti Avastha, has got another name, Layasthanam. We use the word Karana Shariram, we use the word Ajnanam, we use the word Avidya, all mean the same. With regard to total, the Avidya is called Maya. That is a Vibhuti of Ishvara. With regard to the individual, the Avidya is Avidya, Ajnana, which makes the Jiva a samsari. So therefore, we have seen Karana Shariram already. Now, Sukshma Shariram is defined. Now we are going to discuss Samashti Sukshma Shariram. Samashti Sukshma Shariram is the Upadhi. And Vyashti Sukshma Shariram, the Upadhi. And the Chaitanyam, Upagita Chaitanyam. Chaitanyam, which is Upagita Chaitanyam. Chaitanyam manifesting through. Chaitanyam associated within quote. Because Chaitanyam associated means also Chaitanyam having relationship with that meaning comes. But you have to carefully use that word. Understanding can use Chaitanyam associated with, manifesting through the Upadhi, Samashti Upadhi and Vyashti Upadhi. As we saw in the level of Karanam, similarly at the level of Sukshma also, we are going to discuss the Vyashti Upadhi, Samashti Upadhi, and the different names of the Chaitanyam, Upagita Chaitanyam, and as well as that of the Upadhi. That is going to be the discussion now. So therefore, again, here, the next line, that is number 90, from where we are supposed to start today. Having defined the Sukshma Shariram, now the author is going to present the Vyashti Sukshma Shariram and Samashti Sukshma Shariram through the same Drishtanta. Drishtanta is Vrikshavanam Jalam Jalashaya. That is the Drishtanta. The two Drishtanta, as we saw before, the two Drishtanta, one is Avachedavada, other one is Abhasavada or Pratibimbavada. You can take. Is Avasavada and Pratibimbavada. Already we have discussed what are those Vadas. The three Vada, three views, three models. The three models has some uniqueness. So it is the models are models, just for us to understand the apparent difference of Jiva Ishvara. Ultimately to understand the oneness of Jiva Ishvara. Therefore the model helps. Vada meaning model. We have three Vada, Avachedavada, Abhasavada, Pratibimbavada. Avachedavada, Avachedavada is attributed to Vachaspati Mishra. Vachaspati Mishra. Who is Vachaspati Mishra? Vachaspati Mishra is the Acharya in the tradition. Vachaspati Mishra, the great Acharya in the tradition. He had written commentary to the the commentary of Dharma Sutra of Shankaracharya. Commentary to the commentary. So it's called, we called it, the Dharma Sutra has got many commentaries. There are many commentaries. Commentary to the commentary of Shankaracharya. It means Shankaracharya wrote commentary on Dharma Sutra. That is Shankara Bhashyam, we say. A commentary to that. That's why I said a commentary to the commentary of Dharma Sutra. So we can call sub-commentary of Dharma Sutra. And that is called Bhamati. That commentary itself is called Bhamati. Therefore, we refer to the author by Bhamatikar, Vachaspati Mishra, otherwise called Bhamatikar. His model is Avachedavada. Avachedavada is that we define Jiva as Chaitanyam, which is Avachinna. Chaitanyam, which is Avachinna by Avidya. Avidya is Malina Sattva Pradhana Prakriti. Already we have seen. Avidya is Malina Sattva Pradhana Prakriti. That is Vyashti. Vyashti Ajnanam. Samashti Ajnanam. That is Shuddha Sattva Pradhana Prakriti, Maya. So Chaitanyam Avachinna by Maya. Chaitanyam Avachinna by Avidya. That is Jiva. Chaitanyam Avachinna by Maya, which is Ishvara. This is Avachedavada. And Chaitanyam, that Jiva can be compared to the space, which is limited by the pot, Avachinna by the pot, conditioned by the pot. Conditioning model. This model is called model of conditioning. Jiva is conditioned. Jiva is conditioned by the Upadhi, Vyashti Upadhi. As the condition. Jiva as Chaitanya cannot be conditioned. Therefore, Jiva can be considered as Jiva can be compared to the Akasha, the space, which is enclosed by a pot, which is limited by a pot. As a space is enclosed by a pot, the space is conditioned. That's why we call pot space. Similarly, Chaitanyam is conditioned by the Upadhi, individual Upadhi, Vyashti Ajnanam, whatever name we call, same. That is Jivaha. Similarly, Ishvara is the Akasha, which is conditioned by the big hall. Big hall you can take. Small pot also has got Akasha. The big hall also has got Akasha. What is the difference between the Akasha? There's no difference. Akasha, which is Avachinna by the Gata. Akasha, which is Avachinna by the Prakoshta, the room. There is no difference. Akasha is Akasha. Similarly, Chaitanya Avachinna by Vyashti Upadhi and Chaitanya Avachinna by Samashti Upadhi. This is the model. Avachedavada. Avacheda model. But there are some drawbacks in Avachedavada. That is fine. But the model is Avachedavada. Avachedavada, the drawback is that Avachedavada doesn't explain the Achetana Vastu. It can very well explain Chetana. But what about Achetana? What about a stone? What about the insentient being? Therefore only other models come. Abhasavada. and Pratibimbavada. Abhasavada is the Abhasavada, which is attributed to Vidyaranya Muni. Abhasavada, even though it is Sureshwaracharya. In fact, Sureshwaracharya is before Vidyaranya Muni, Sureshwaracharya presents Abhasavada. So, therefore, it is very much seen in the writings of Sureshwaracharya. Therefore, Abhasavada we can attribute to either Sureshwaracharya or down the line the same tradition, Vidyaranya Muni. So, Abhasa meaning semblance, apparent manifestation, Abhasavada. And Pratibimbavada. Abhasavada and the next model is Pratibimbavada. So here when we give the example of this Vana and either we can take it as Avachedavada or Pratibimbavada. Pratibimbavada compared to other Vada, seems to be a good model because the apparent difference is clearly seen. See, the Jiva is essentially Ishvara. The reflection of the face in the mirror. The reflection in the mirror cannot exist without the original image. So therefore, the difference is it's only apparent. The reflection is only the difference is it's not real. It is apparent. The reflection cannot happen without the original. The image has to be there. So the Jiva can be compared to the reflection in the mirror, and Ishvara can be compared to the original image. Therefore, the Jiva cannot exist without Ishvara. It means Jiva is Ishvara. Seems to be different because it is reflected in the Upadhi, but essentially it is same. Therefore, the reflection is not different from the original because the reflection doesn't exist apart from the original image. Therefore, Jiva is not different from Ishvara. Therefore, Aikyam, the oneness is clear. So this is the advantage of Pratibimbavada. That is why I used this example as Pratibimba, Pratibimbita Chaitanyam, Jalashaya, Vana and Vriksha for Avacheda, and Pratibimba, I take that reflection in the Jalam, the water, reflection in the Jalashaya, Pratibimbavada. You can take Abhasavada also, but Abhasavada fine. I don't want to discuss now. Already discussed before. Since we are going to see the Drishtanta again, therefore just recollecting what we have discussed. Avachedam Vada and Pratibimba Vada. Abhasavada. I can explain Abhasavada also. Already we have seen. Abhasavada means there the defects of the Avachedavadas are corrected in Abhasavada. As I told Abhasavada, it is attributed to Sureshwaracharya. In this, the Jiva is defined as the reflection of Chaitanyam in the Upadhi, that is Avidya Upadhi, along with the Avidya. Reflection of Chaitanyam Avidya is what is called Chidabhasa. The reflection of Chaitanyam in Avidya, along with Avidya, and the Chaitanya which is Avachinna by Avidya. That is what Jiva is. So Jiva is equal to Avidya Pratibimbita Chaitanyam, Avidya Sagita Avidya Pratibimbita Chaitanyam plus Chaitanya Avidya Vachina Chaitanyam. Chidabhasa is reflection of Chaitanyam or manifestation of Chaitanyam, which is obtained in the Avidya and the Avidya Upadhi, along with the Avidya Upadhi. See, the reflection, for reflection to happen, you need reflecting medium. Medium is required. There must be a reflector medium. And therefore the reflecting medium is required, and the reflection. Reflecting medium, reflection, and the original. The Chaitanyam, which is reflected in the medium, avidya, and the reflection, Chidabhasa. So therefore, Jiva is reflection of Chaitanyam in avidya, that is Upadhi, along with avidya, plus the Chitta also you have to include. Without Chitta, how can there be the reflection? Therefore, reflection of Chaitanyam in avidya, along with avidya, the Upadhi, plus the Chaitanya, which is avachinna by avidya. That is, the reflection in the mirror is because of the original image. Original, your face is reflected in the mirror. It means original face is there. So, therefore, Jiva is defined as reflection of the face in the reflecting medium, along with the reflecting medium, plus the original face. Because without original face, there cannot be reflection. That is how the Jiva is defined in that Vada. There's advantage also. That is why this definition is good. Similarly, Ishvara is defined as a reflection of Chaitanyam in Maya Upadhi, along with Maya, plus Chaitanya, which is avachinna by Maya. Chaitanya, which is avachinna by avidya, is called Kutastha Chaitanya. Chaitanya, which is avachinna by Maya, is called Brahma Chaitanya. Therefore, Kutastha Chaitanya, Brahma Chaitanya, it is Chitteva. That is, there is no difference. When the Jiva gets liberated, gets knowledge and liberated, then what happens to the Jiva? Then what happens? The Chaitanya, which is avachinna by avidya, Chaitanya, which is Chaitanya, this in the Avachedavada, we said Chaitanya avachinna by the avidya, the individual upadhi, Chaitanya avachinna by the samashti upadhi, we said. But there one problem is in Avachedavada. That is, as I told, this doesn't explain, the Avachedavada doesn't explain the achetana. But here, the distinction between Chetana and Achetana is very clear in Abhasavada. It's very clear in Abhasavada. In Abhasavada, the reflection of Chaitanya is Chetana. It is the face is reflected in the reflecting medium. The light is reflected in the reflecting medium. It can be a water, can be a mirror, anything. Therefore, it is Chetana. So Chaitanyam, even though it is all pervading, it manifests in it manifests as Chetana in avidya and Maya. But it doesn't manifest in Achetana Vastu, stone, etc. Because they cannot reflect Chaitanyam. But they're essential, but they also have Chaitanyam. They are also Chaitanyam. Not they are also Chaitanyam only. So in this model, the problem what we have in Avachedavada is not there. That is, we can explain that everything is Chaitanyam. That everything means both Chetana and Achetana. With regard to Achetana, also is Chaitanyam. That is not explicable. That is not explained in Avachedavada. That defect is corrected in the Avasavada. Because in Avasavada, it is what? It is Chaitanyam reflected in avidya, with the avidya plus Chaitanyam, which is avachinna by avidya. Therefore, when the medium is not reflectable, like the inert objects doesn't have the medium, like the jivas have antakaranam. Therefore, Chaitanya is reflected, pratibimb by the Chaitanya. Where what about stone? But still they are Chaitanyam. How? Because how we define Jiva? Jiva as Chaitanyam reflected in avidya plus along with madhya plus Chaitanya avachinna by avidya. So avidya is essentially inert only. If the avidya, the jada is, if it is fine material like antakaranam, Chaitanya is reflected. If it is the stone, it doesn't enjoy that reflected medium, doesn't have. Therefore, Chaitanya is not reflected, but doesn't mean it doesn't have Chaitanya. Chaitanya is there. Because of, by the very definition, Jiva we defined as reflection of Chaitanyam in the avidya along with avidya plus the Chaitanyam which is avachina by avidya. So Chaitanyam is avachina by avidya. Avidya is jada, and the jada avidya, the material can be fine material like the antakaranam, the mind which is fine. It's also jada material that can reflect, that has the ability to reflect Chaitanya, manifest Chaitanya, whereas stone doesn't have. But it is also pervaded by consciousness. Otherwise, what will happen? There will become two things: Chetana and Achetana. Duality will come. Can't explain the Achetana. So Abhasavada explains that very well. Abhasavada, but compared to Abhasavada, Pratibhivavada very clearly presents the oneness of Jiva and Ishvara. The reflection, what you see in the mirror, cannot exist without the original image. The original is Ishvara, and the reflected is Jiva. So Jiva is nothing but an appearance of Ishvara alone. It is in the reflecting medium. So these are the advantages. So all the three models are good. They are valid. So they don't contradict really. They supplement, in fact, they complement each other for understanding the Mahavakya very clearly. Tattvamasi. Tattvamasi Mahavakya, we do Bhagatyaga Lakshana, which is going to be discussed later, and understand Tatpada Vichara, Tumpada Vichara, and Asi, Aikya Padam, Aikya. So there, to understand that clearly, all these Vadas are helpful. And there are different acharyas in the tradition advocating different models. So Vachaspati Mishra is Chedavada, Sureshwar Acharyas, or Vidyarana Muni's Avasavada. So these are the Pratibhimbavada of the Vivarana Sampradaya. In fact, our Sampradaya, Vivarana Sampradaya, Pratibhimbavada. Pratibhimbavada, that Vivarana Acharya, that is a commentary to the Brahma Sutra by the Padmapada, it's called Panchapadika. A commentary to that commentary again, Prakashatmaka Muni, he had written. Acharya had written commentary on Brahma Sutra. To that commentary, his disciple Padmapada had written, that's called Panchapadika. To that commentary, there was another commentary by Prakashatmaka Muni, Prakashatma Yati or Muni. And that is he presents, he advocates this model, Pratibhimba Vada. Pratibhimba Vada is reflection of Chaitanyam in the Upadhi. In our Drishtanta, it is reflection of Chaitanyam in reflection of the Akasha in the Jala, reflection of Akasha in the Jalashaya. And Avacheda is Vana and Vriksha. Space enclosed by the tree and space enclosed by a Vriksha. So Avachedavada and Pratibhimbavada. For two Vadas, two examples, two Drishtantas. All these things already we discussed, just to make you recall the three Vadas. In fact, the three Vadas are discussed by the scholars more elaborately, and they argue this is better model, but we don't have to get into that. All the models are useful. They are models. Models. Which is good, which is superior, that we cannot discuss. The models helps to understand. Pratibhimbavada is the best model because there the seeming differences. The differences are not real, it is only seeming differences. The differences, the difference between Jiva and Ishvara is only apparent. And the reflection cannot exist apart from the original. So therefore, Jiva is essentially Ishvara. That is what is revealed by the Mahavakya. Therefore, Pratibhimbavada is the simplest model. Okay. With this background, now we will read this line. So, Karna Shiram already discussed. All the Vadas, the Drishtantas already we have seen. Therefore, the same Drishtanta here, the author is going to apply for Sukshma Shariram, Samashti Sukshma Shariram, and Samashti Vyashti Sukshma Shariram. Okay. Why we discuss all this already we discussed, because this is 47th or 40th class. Generally, Vedantasara, I've seen, they complete in 30 class. 30 class or even less than that. We are doing, goes with the Tika, 2 Tikas, it goes on and on. Okay, therefore, since time gap is there, I thought you would have forgotten. That's why just recollecting, making you recollect what we have seen. And also, since I told Karna Shariram will be discussed, it's already discussed, not discussed later, already discussed. But now the next discussion will be, since Karna Shariram discussed, Sukshma Shariram discussed, now we are going to see Vyashti Sukshma Shariram, Samashti Sukshma Shariram. After that, the topic would be Stula, that is Annamaya. Annaya means Panchikaranam will come, compounding. So that is how the text is going to proceed. Now let us read the line number 90. Gadya 90. Atrapi Akila Sukshma Shariram Eka Buddhi Vishayataya Vanavat Jalashayavat
Va
Samashtihi
Samashti
that stops. Aneka Buddhi Vishayataya
Aneka Buddhi Vishayataya
Vrikshavat Jalavat Va
Vrikshavat Jalavat Va
Yashtihi Api Bhavati.
Yashtihi Api Bhavati.
Okay. In fact, you can make a chart. You can make a chart for Karna Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, Stula Shariram. What are the names of the Upadhi? And what are the names of the Upadhi Sakita, that is Upagita Chaitanyam. Different names. Chaitanyam associated with Upadhi. So you can make a table for your understanding. Fine. Already I told what are the different names, already we have seen. Now here, Sukshma is going to be discussed. Sukshma Shariram at the level of Vyashti and Samashti. Atrapi, here also, Akila Sukshma Shariram. Akila Sukshma Shariram means the total Sukshma Shariram. Yata Akila Karana Shariram, Samashti Karana Shariram, that is Samashti Ajnana. Tadvat Akila Sukshma Shariram. Akila Karana Shariram already we discussed. And the Upagita Chaitanyam, consciousness associated with the total Karana Shariram is what is called Ishvara. Now Sukshma Shariram. Akila Sukshma Shariram, that is Samashti Sukshma Shariram. Eka Buddhi Vishayataya. When you Eka Buddhi Vishayataya means when you look upon it as one, when you see it as one, Eka Buddhi Vishayataya, when it is perceived as one, Eka Buddhi Vishayatha. tasya bhavaha ekabuddhi vishayata taya ekabuddhi vishayataya. By ekabuddhi, buddhi means your perception, cognition, by the perspective, view. From the standpoint of from the samashti standpoint, from the collective standpoint, that is the meaning. Akila sukshma shariram, from the collective standpoint, vanavat, the drishtanta is samashti drishta. Vanavat, like the forest. What is the forest? A collection of trees, therefore samashti. Or jalashayatva, jalashayaha, huge, jalam, water, collection of water drops, huge reservoir, jalashaya. So, jalashayaha, huge reservoir, jalashayaha. Jalashayadva samashtihi, that is called samashtihi. So here samashti is defined. What is samashti? Samashti here collect the total sukshma shariram. Sum total of all the individual sukshma shariram is what makes the total sukshma shariram samashti. The sukshma shariram, when it is looked upon collectively, it is called samashtihi. Therefore samashti sukshma shariram. Now, aneka buddhi vishayataya. Aneka means many. When they looked upon as many, like the trees are many, that alone makes it constitute a forest. So when forest is looked upon as a collection of trees, aneke vrikshaha, anekaha vrikshaha, aneke vrikshaha, or jalavatva, water drops. As that water drops, jalashaya, the reservoir constituted of many water drops, jala bindu. So from the standpoint of the many, when they looked upon as many, it means individual. That is called veshtihi. That is called individual. Veshtihi. When it is looked upon as one, collectively, it is samashtihi. When it is looked upon as individual, that is jalam and vrikshaha iti in the drishtanta. Similarly, aneka buddhi vishayataya. Aneka buddhi vishayataya, from the perspective of the many, then it is called vyashtihi. So when there are many, it means vyashti, individual. And when the many is looked upon as one collectively, that is called samashti. So therefore, vrikshavata jalavatva. Vrikshavata jalavatva, like a tree, single tree or single drop of the jalashaya. Similarly, this aneka buddhi vishayataya, the sukshma shariram, is called sukshma shariram is called vyashtihi, vyashti sukshma shariram. So samashti sukshma shariram and vyashti sukshma shariram. Samashti sukshma shariram is that when it is looked upon, when the sukshma shariram is looked upon collectively. Eka buddhi vishayataya, samashti sukshma shariram, aneka buddhi vishayataya, vyashti sukshma shariram. Vanavat jalashayavat, eka buddhi vishayataya, akila sukshma shariram. Vrikshavat jalavatva, aneka buddhi vishayataya, vyashti sukshma shariram. So previously is eka buddhi vishayataya, not aneka. Vanavat jalashayavat, eka buddhi vishayataya, akila sukshma shariram. Eka buddhi vishayataya, akila sukshma shariram, samashtihi iti uchyate. So we can call samashti sukshma shariram, akila sukshma shariram as samashti when it is looked upon as, when it is looked upon collectively, like the vana, like the jalashaya. Vrikshavat jalavat, like a vriksha, the individual tree, or the water drops, water droplets. The Sukshma Shariram, the Sukshma Shariram, Aneka Buddhi Vishayataya. There are many Sukshma Shariram, therefore Aneka Buddhi Vishayataya. Aneka Buddhi Vishayataya, Sukshma Shariram, Vyashtihi iti Katyate. Sukshma Shariram, Vyashti Sukshma Shariram. Yata Purvam, Vyashti Karana Shariram, Samashti Karana Shariram, Tadvata, Vyashti Sukshma Shariram, Samashti Sukshma Shariram. All these are Maya, the Maya Karya, Ajnanam only. What is Ajnanam? Ajnanam, in fact, Ajnanam we define in the very beginning. Sakala Jada Samugaha. Ajnanadi Sakala Jada Samugaha Avastu iti. Ajnanam, all these are Maya Karya. Now, the Chaitanyam associated with Sukshma Shariram, they are going to get different names. Already we know, in Tattvabodha we have seen Chaitanya associated with manifesting through, associated with manifesting, associated with Karna Shariram, individual Karna Shariram, it is called Prajnaha, with manifesting through Sukshma Shariram, it is called Tejasa, then Chaitanya manifesting through Stula Shariram is called Vishwa. This is the level of individual. Similarly, at the level of total Antaryami, already Antaryami we have seen. Chaitanyam, that Samashti Karana Sharira Upagita Chaitanyam is called Antaryami. What is the name of the Samashti Sukshma Sharira Upagita Chaitanyam? That is going to be discussed. And that has a name, Hiranyagarbha. We know, because we have seen in the Upanishads. So that is the next, naming the Upagita Chaitanyam. That is Chaitanyam, Upagita Chaitanyam associated with this Samashti Sukshma Sharira Upadi. Samashti Sukshma Sharira Upadi. Samashti Sukshma Sharira Upagita Chaitanyasya Nama Hiranyagarbha. It has got many names. As we saw, Samashti Karana Shariram has many names. Layasthanam Ityadi. Similarly, here also we have different names. Many names are there. And the names are also important, and why they are named also is important. Now, this Samashti Sukshma Sharira Upagita Chaitanyam enjoys a name Hiranyagarbha, Sutratma, Pranaha. That is what the author says here in the Gadya number 91. Let us read. Etat Samashti Upagitam Chaitanyam
एतत् समष्टि उपहितं चैतन्यं
Sutratma
सूत्रात्मा
Hiranyagarbha
हिरण्यगर्भः
Pranaha iti uchyate.
प्राणः इति उच्यते
Sarvatra anusyutatvat
सर्वत्र अनुस्यूतत्वात्
Jnana Icha Kriya Shaktimat
ज्ञान
Jnana Icha Kriya Shaktimat
ज्ञान इच्छा क्रिया शक्तिमत्
Upahitatvacha.
उपहितत्वाच्च
So Samashti Upagitam Chaitanya means Samashti, the context here is Sukshma Sharira. Therefore, Samashti Sukshma Sharira Upagita Chaitanyam as the name Sutratma, Hiranyagarbha, Pranaha, iti. Different names for the Chaitanyam associated with this total. Total is total Sukshma Shariram. Pranaha is a name. The Hiranyagarbha, Pranaha, Sutratma, all are same. If you remember, the word Prana is used in the Upanishad to refer to Hiranyagarbha. We have seen in the
Mundaka Upanishad.
Very good. Exactly. Mundaka Upanishad, we have seen. The commentary, if you see, the author will give different quotations, different Upanishads. Mundaka also probably would have given. And he will give from other Upanishads, Brahma Sutra and all. But two Upanishads we have seen, therefore, Mundaka Upanishad is there. Where it is there? Sorry, in Kata Upanishad. Mundaka also it is there. In Kata also it is there. Kata example, I remember. In the Kata Upanishad, you know that Upasana is there. It is the Upasana. Upasana is for going to the Brahma Loka. Ya pranena sambhavati. Adityar devatamahi. Guham pravishya tishtanti. Ya bhuter vibhyajayata. Etat vaidat. Etat vaidat. The Upanishad talks about Hiranyagarbha. There, Hiranyagarbha. What is Hiranyagarbha? The sum total of all the Sukshma Shariram. Sum total of all the Sukshma Shariram. The Chaitanya manifesting in that. Which therefore it includes all the Sukshma, means all the prana Sharira, prana kosha is included. Therefore, prana ya pranena sambhavati. Ya pranena Bhashikara in the Bhashim he says Hiranyagarbhena. Pranena is Hiranyagarbhena. He says. Pranena Hiranyagarbhena. That it is the Upasana is not the Upasana also is taught because Achiketa he asked Upasana by which go to Swargaloka, but here the it's not Upasana, it is the Aikyam is presented at all the levels. At the level of Samashti Sukshma, at the level of this, at the level of Hiranyagarbha, at the level of Virat, the Aikyam is presented. Therefore, the Hiranyagarbha, that Pranaha is Hiranyagarbha. Bhashikara says Pranaha is Hiranyagarbha. The one who knows this Atma to be the Aditi. Aditi is Samashti Devata. Samashti Devata is Hiranyagarbha. The one that Samashti Devata, Ya Pranena, Yajagata, born of the Prana, Hiranyagarbha, along with Bhutas, elements. All the elements and elementals have come from that. And Guham Pravishya Tishtanti, and having entered the Hridaya, the heart, it Tishtanti, it resides there. What resides? The Atma. So there, in that mantra, we have seen Etad Dvaitat. What you ask in Achiketa, this is what it is. This is what it is. He says in the Kathopanishad. There, Pranaha is Hiranyagarbha. Similarly, Mundaka Upanishad also we have seen Pranaha. It is used. So depending on the context, we have to take the meaning. Prana is referring to Pancha Prana, Prana Apana, or Pancha Prana, or Prana means Hiranyagarbha, depending on the context. So in Katha Upanishad, in the second chapter, first valli, seventh mantra, which we have seen there, Ya Pranena Sambhavati, Ya Prane Sambhavati, Ya Hiranyagarbhena Sambhavati, that which is Sambhavati, that which is born of Prana. What is born? All the bhutas, everything is born of Hiranyagarbha. So Pranena. Prana stands for the Shakti. So, and Prana is Samashti Devata, Sarva Devatamayi, Sarva Devatantika Pranena iti. So, Parabrahma, Parasmat Brahmanaha Sambhavati iti, Ashikara says. So, Prana. And Hiranyagarbha Upasana also it is, but not here, not in this context, not in this mantra. So, therefore, we know very well in the context of Upanishads where we come across the word Prana, meaning Hiranyagarbha iti. Since Hiranyagarbha is the name of Samashti Sukshma Sharira, Samashti Sukshma Sharira, Sukshma Sharira consists of Pranamaya Kosha also, Shakti, therefore Kriya Shakti. Prana stands for activity. Prana stands for action. The Kriya Shakti. it is a cause for all the subsequent srishti, the elements and elementals. Everything is born from Hiranyagarbha. From Sukshma, only Stula comes to existence. Panchikaranam happens. Then from the Panchikaranam of the elements, then elementals come. So it's a stage in the creation. So it is a middle stage. Sukshma avastha, Hiranyagarbha. The Srishti which was in Avyakta avastha, it gets ready for Vyakta, and at the Sukshma level, at the Sukshma level, that is Sukshma also it's Avyakta avastha only. So it is in the Avyakta avastha, the Jnanam, Ichcha, Kriya, all these things are that, but they are in Avyakta. That you see in Vyakta avastha. So in the Avyakta avastha, that Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Ichcha Shakti, Kriya Shakti is there. How do you know it is there? Because in Vyaktam you see. In the Vyakta avastha, that is the Srishti has come. Srishti has come means it must be preceded by a Shakti. And Shakti is, where is the Shakti? What is endowed with that Shakti? This Hiranyagarbha. What are the Shaktis required for that? The Trivida Shakti. Jnana Shakti, Ichcha Shakti, Kriya Shakti. Because creation is involved, creation is going to come. That is, Stula Prapancha is going to come. This is what we discuss is creation. Stula Prapancha is going to come. For Stula Prapancha, like a pot maker, you must know how to make a pot. So knowledge must be there. What is going to make and how is going to make. So Jnana. So a pot maker desires to make a pot means the desire should be preceded by a knowledge. Just mere desire is there, doesn't know how to make a pot, it cannot be a pot maker, right? So Hiranyagarbha as Srishtikarta, whom we call in Purana as Prajapati, Chaturmukha Brahma. That Brahma Devanam Pratamastambha. In fact, Hiranyagarbha is first born. We have seen again this in the Upanishad. It's a first born. In the Purana, it is depicted as Chaturmukha Brahma, Prajapati iti. He creates. Why can't Vishnu directly create? Vishnu as Brahma, he cannot create. He appoints Brahmaji. He creates Brahmaji. It means Sukshma Avastha, that is Samashti Sukshma. Upagita Chaitanyam, Hiranyagarbha, that is called Prajapati, Chaturmukha Brahma. The Puranas are all, you have to understand, the Puranas are all is a big canvas. It's a beautiful imagery presenting the Tattvam of Vedanta, presenting the topic of Vedanta. The topic of Vedanta is presented for the different people. So when we use only these technical terms, people may not understand. There are different, there are different types of people. There are degrees in understanding. The degrees of difference in the degrees of understanding of the people. So you cannot teach this Vedanta, this Sukshma Tattva and all to an average person or the layman. You may not understand. You may not appreciate also. You may not have the buddhi to understand and you may not appreciate. But if you present them in the form of a story, that's what the Puranas, Vyasacharya have done through Ashtadasha Purana and this Itihasas, etc. Ramayana, in fact, it is Vedanta. In Mahabharata, of course, it is Bhagavad Gita is there. Vedanta is presented in the Mahabharata, wherever Vyasacharya finds an occasion, he introduces this topic, Vedanta topic of Vedanta. So the Chaturmukha Brahma, nothing but Hiranyagarbha. So Vishnu creates Chaturmukha Brahma, is an intermediary stage, and Brahmaji, he creates, is all knowledge. Yes, is all knowledge, yes, the knowledge of all the jivas, what they have done in the before, in the Purva Srishti. So when Srishti is not suddenly starts one day, it's a cycle. You cannot ask when the cycle started because it is a cycle. So therefore, the karma of the jivas or the karmas of the jiva, depending on the karma of the jiva, samashti karma of the jiva, which Brahmaji knows. Therefore, he creates this new Srishti. He projects this creation. Brahmaji. Therefore, Brahmaji must be endowed with knowledge. Jnana Shakti, Shaktiman, Jnana Shaktiman. And he desires. He desires means not he has got some icha, some sense of accomplishment, therefore he does. No. In fact, his sankalpa, his desire is because of the karma of the jiva, samashti karma of the jivas. That alone becomes a cause for the creation, the next creation. So that is icha. That is what his icha is. Sankalpa. Visualization of Brahmaji. Brahmaji visualizes. Icha Shakti. Then Kriya Shakti creates. Panchikaranam happens. Then elementals and this Jagat comes to being. Elementals are born. And there are different combinations of those results in this form of this Jagat, which is Shabda Sparsha Rupa Rasa Gandha iti Pancha Bhutatmaka Nama Rupatmaka, this Jagat, Kriya Shakti. That is Kriya Shakti Mate, the one who is endowed with Kriya Shakti. Sakataha Brahmaji, Hiranyagarbha, technically Hiranyagarbha, Puranically, Vedantically Hiranyagarbha, Puranically it is Prajapati, it is Brahmaji. Iti. So that's what Chaturmukha Brahma it is. So here, Hiranyagarbha, Hiranyam Garbham Garbhe Yasya Saha, the one who has got Hiranyam in his Garbha. Hiranyam means Swarnam, gold. It is in English, it is translated as cosmic golden egg. It is not golden egg at all. Hiranyam means Swarnam. Swarnam means knowledge, because knowledge shines as the gold shines. Similarly, knowledge shines. Knowledge is there in his womb. Is all knowledge. That is why it's called Hiranyagarbha. It's a beautiful name, Hiranyagarbha. So, since the Srishti precedes the Jnanam of the Srishti, therefore is Jnana Shakti Mat, for that the name Hiranyagarbha. Kriya Shakti Mat, therefore Pranaha iti. And Sutratma, Sarvatra Anusuyatva, he pervades the everything, everywhere. Therefore, Sarvatra Anusuyatva, Sutratma, Jnana Icha Kriya Shakti Mat, Upagitatva cha iti. There's two hetus are given. Two reasons why the Samashti Upagita Chaitanyam is called Sutratma, Hiranyagarbha, Pranaha, for that two reasons. Samashti Upagita Chaitanyam is called Sutratma. Sutram is thread. As a thread pervades the entire mala. Similarly, the Chaitanyam pervades the entire creation. In fact, the creation is Chaitanya. Pervades the entire creation. We have to use such words. Chaitanyam pervades the entire creation means we should not think that Chaitanya, the creation is, the creation comes first and then Chaitanyam pervades. It's not like that. The Chaitanyam is, it's a Karanam from this. Chaitanyam, the Karanam pervades the entire Karya. It inheres all the Jagat. The entire Jagat. That is therefore Sutratma. Sutra means Chaitanya Mityartaha. And another name, Hiranyagarbha. All knowledge. Hiranyam Sarvagyatvam. Garbhe Yasya Saha Hiranyagarbha. And Pranaha Kriya Shaktiman. So Sarvatra Anusuyatvat. This Samashti Upagita Chaitanyam, it pervades entire. Therefore, it is entire, means Vyashti, all the Vyashti it pervades. In every Vyashti, Samashti is perceived. So, therefore, Sarvatra Anusuyatvat and Jnana Icha Kriya Shakti Matu Upagitatvacha, because it is endowed with Jnana Shakti, Icha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, and it is associated with that. Therefore, because it is associated with that, since all the Shaktis in total In total meaning Jnana Shakti total, therefore is omniscient. Ichcha Shakti total, therefore is yes got Samashti Ichcha. That's what we saw, Ishvara Ichcha. And Samashti, the Kriya, total Shakti, Sarva Shaktiman. Therefore, Upagitatvacha, being endowed with, being associated with. So therefore, Hiranyagarbha Pranaha iti Uchyate. That Samashti Sukshma Sharira Upagita Chaitanyam, because of these two hetus, two reasons, called by the name Sarvatranasuyatva Sutratma Jnana Ichcha Kriya Shaktimat Upagitatvacha Hiranyagarbha Pranaha iti Uchyate. The hetu for the names are given. Okay, I think we'll stop here. The commentary we'll see, the Tika, and more on this we'll discuss in the next class. This Vedantasara is a beautiful one. So you have to remember what we have discussed before. So it is, as I said, it is simple. It's not difficult to understand. You can, you will appreciate if you remember all that what we have discussed before. And with the, since we are reading with the Tika, so more and more clarity and very precise understanding of certain thing. It just don't get stuck in words. All the words are limited. The words are limitation. Words cannot completely present the subject matter. The words are limited. You cannot, in fact, translate certain words. Upagitam is upagitam. Helplessly we translate associated with. The association creates problem. So associated with, consciousness associated with. Similarly, Chaitanyam pervades. Chaitanyam pervades. What is Chaitanyam pervading? Everything is Chaitanya. But we have to say in the beginning, Chaitanyam pervades is the Chaitanyam pervades the entire thing, the entire Sarvatranasuyatvat. Everything is Chaitanyam. Chaitanyam pervades mean the pervasion, the pervading. When we say that, it may bring a wrong understanding that, like, the room is pervaded by light. So it means the room must be the first. Then light pervades the entire room. It is not like that of pervasion. We are not talking about that. Here the pervasion is the karanam is Chaitanya. That's why Gata example is the best example. Gata is, the pot is pervaded by clay. The pervasion of clay. Sarvatranusuyatvat. The pervasion of clay throughout the pot. Tadvat. Therefore, Sarvatranusuyatvat Sutratma iti. Okay, we'll stop here. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Dhanyavadaha.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद.